place for cultural, inspirational, and spiritual programming.
Radhe Radhe. Please have your seats. A very warm welcome to Devi and to everyone here this evening, and to all those listening and viewing on Sankhya TV. This evening's Satsang would be conducted by Sushri Siddheshvari Devi, whom we lovingly call Devi. Devi is the founder of the Radha Madhav Society, a non-profit charitable organization which is part of the worldwide Jagadguru Kripaluk Parishad. Radha Madhav Society is serving devotees in Trinidad, Canada, and the US. For the past 35 years, Devi has been bringing the true message of the Vedas, Vedanta, Puranas, Gita, and Ramayana to all. Devi is a disciple of Jagadguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, the fifth original Jagadguru. She was born in India, but raised and educated mostly in Canada. She holds a BA Honours degree in languages from York University in Toronto. Devi travels to many countries of the world and is based in Atlanta, USA, where she inaugurated Yugul Kunj, a Radha Krishna temple and community center in the year 2015. She also founded Shama Sham Dham Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the US, and Yugul Kunj in Hamilton, Canada. Devi serves seekers throughout the year by giving enlightening lectures, guiding family retreats and youth camps, and conducting satsangs. Devi is fully committed to realizing the divine vision of her Guru, which is to reveal the simplest and most effective path to peace and happiness for all. She's an eloquent speaker who not only teaches the theory, but also reveals the practical aspects of spirituality that can be followed in daily life. I now request you to place your cell phones on silent mode or have it switched off. And I now humbly request Devi to commence this evening's program. Radhe Radhe.
बोलिए लाडली लाल की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय. This time I would like everyone to say jai in a loud voice. बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय. गुरुराराधना दिश्च गुरुः परमदैवतम्, गुरोः परतरं नास्ति, कृपालु गुरवे नमः. ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्ति, पूजामूलं गुरोर्पदम्, मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यम्, भक्तिमूलं गुरोर्कृपा. भर्जनं भवबीजानां, अर्जनं सुखसम्पदां तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनम् नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्वं ह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये. Dear devotees of God, let's chant the holy name, because in the age of Kali, in this present age, in Kali Yuga, chanting of the holy name is proclaimed to be the only way to make a connection with God. So we will chant, and that will be externally, we are chanting, and internally we should be doing Roop Dhyan, meaning meditating lovingly on Bhagwan. Bhagwan Sri Radha Krishna, Bhagwan Sri Sita Ram, as per your choice. Radhe Radhe Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Govind 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 Radhe 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 Govind शरणागति हो तो हरि ते मिला रे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। 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 गुरु जो भी सेवा ले ले, गुरु जो भी सेवा ले ले, गोविंद राधे। गर्व जनि कर आभार जना दे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। ओ राधे राधे गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। 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 सारा विश्व दान करो, सारा विश्व दान करो, गोविंद राधे। ओ भी गुरु ऋण तेना ऋण करा दे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। तो भी गुरु ऋण तेना, तो भी गुरु ऋण तेना ऋण करा दे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। गुरु ने जो दिया ज्ञान, गुरु ने जो दिया ज्ञान, गोविंद राधे। कोटि प्राण दान भी ना ऋण करा दे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। कोटि प्राण दान भी ना ऋण करा दे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
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 राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद
गोविंद राधे। बोलिए श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय
जय जय राम 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 जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम
Everyone please clap and
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
सीताराम सीताराम
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 सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम जय Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram.
Sitaram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram.
बोलिए अयोध्यापति भगवान श्री रामचंद्र की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, जगत गुरुतम श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय. Devotional listeners, now I request your full attention. If you have your cell phone with you, would you kindly please turn it off? Thank you. In these 2 days of satsang, I've decided to take up some questions that I have been asked over the years. These are some very important questions that need to be answered. I'll start with the question, what happens to me after death? That's a big question. This question requires an answer. So, what happens to us when we die? Is there just one answer to this question? That this will happen to you? There is no such answer. Because we have all performed different kinds of actions. Everyone, we are all so different from one another. We have a very different way of thinking. We are very different from one another in how we think and how we act. What our mindset is, what kind of thoughts enter our mind. We are so different from one another. We are very unique individuals. So there cannot be just one answer to what will become of me when I die. First of all, the phenomenon of death. Quite simply, as you all know, death means that the soul has left the body. As long as the soul is within the body is considered to be very important. It's much loved by so many people. But as soon as the soul leaves, what has happened? No one wants to go near that body. As soon as the soul leaves, people want to dispose of the body. But that was your beloved grandmother. No, grandmother is gone. This is her body. And we would like to cremate the body as soon as possible. People become afraid. घर के कहीं बेगी ही काढ़ो, भूत भये को खई हैं, जा दिन मन पंछी उड़ी जई हैं. Tulsidas ji says, the people become afraid, family members become afraid that there's a ghost over here. Who would be willing to spend a night in the same room as the body? No, I'm afraid. Afraid of what? It's fear of the unknown. What is death? And fear of that a ghost, a spirit. Now he's turned into a spirit. Spirit meaning the soul. He was always a spirit. He was always this ghost. We're all spirit souls. But we become afraid. जातिरियासो प्रीति घनेरी सो देखी डरई है जा दिन मन पंछी उड़ी जई है. Tulsidas ji says, the woman, the wife who loved her husband so much, जातिरियासो प्रीति घनेरी, she had great love for her husband, and now she is afraid looking at the body. As long as the soul was within the body could function in so many ways. The eyes could see, the ears could hear, The tongue would taste delicacies. The nose would inhale fragrances and other smells. The skin was able to touch. The mind was able to think. The intellect or buddhi was able to take decisions. But as soon as the soul leaves, we see what the body is all about. It is insentient. In Hindi, we call it jada. There's no life. It's lifeless. The life was given because of the soul. Life has left the body. Now the body is called a shav, a dead body. But where does the soul go? Because the body has perished, the body has died, the soul lives on. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says to Arjuna in the Gita, O Arjun, in the 2nd chapter, while the body dies, yet the soul is amar, it is eternal. It lives on and on and on. What a wonderful thing to think about, that we are eternal. Just as God is eternal, God is timeless, God is beginningless. There's no beginning to God. There was never a time when God did not exist. Therefore, there will never come a time when God will not exist. In the same way, we, part and parcel of God, we belong to God. The soul belongs to God. Mamaivansho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatanah, says Shri Krishna in the Gita. O Arjun, all individual souls are my eternal fractions. They belong to me eternally. We have always belonged to God. And we are eternal just like God. So the soul has left the body. What will become of the soul? Where will the soul go? Kathopanishad, the Vedas say, Yo nimanye prapadyante sharirattvaya dehinah sthanu manye nusanyanti yatha karma yatha shrutam. The soul will now occupy the body that it deserves. Which body is this soul deserving of? And by the way, when the soul leaves, the physical body remains behind, we all know that. But there are 2 bodies that go with the soul. These are Sukshma Sharir, subtle body, and Karan Sharir, causal body. The mind and the intellect, they go along with the body, with the soul. Sthul Sharir and Karan Sharir, all our vasanas, all our desires, due to our thoughts of countless lifetimes, they are called Karan Sharir, causal body. They both go with the soul. And now God will judge. God becomes a judge, Nyayadhish. He will think of countless lifetimes of that individual soul. God does not look at just one lifetime, but countless previous lifetimes also. He looks at the actions that have not yet borne results. And so God gives the body that the soul is deserving of. If the soul had tried, if this individual had tried to practice devotion to God, then God, who is very happy with our effort, people in the world are not just happy with our effort. Try saying to someone you love, I tried to do my duty as a husband or as a wife, as a mother, but I couldn't do it. What do you mean you couldn't do it? Trying is not enough. You have to succeed. You have to do it. I tried, sir. The student goes to the teacher. I tried, but I still got a 0 in my exam. You tried? No, it's not enough that you tried. You need to succeed. God says, just try. Genuinely try. So if we have tried to love Him, then He gives such huge results, huge rewards for that effort. And when God sees that someone has tried to love Him, someone, this child of His has tried to love Him and has understood the relationship He has with the world, and that he has understood that the world is for the sake of the body, but not for him, then God gives him another chance. Let me give you the body of a human once again. so that you may continue on your devotional journey. So that you may continue. Once a devotee asked Sri Maharaj Ji, Jagat Guru Sri Kripalu Ji Maharaj, my Gurudev, Maharaj Ji, how can one be sure of getting a human birth once again? Because you see, the human form of life is very rare. It is the rarest of all forms of life. God gives the human body, human form of life, very rarely to the most fortunate soul. In the whole world today, there are a little over 8 billion people. 8 billion people living on this planet Earth. And in comparison, there are so many more other living creatures. If you dig a hole in the ground, if you go just 1 foot deep, you are likely to find thousands of tiny microscopic creatures living there. They're all individual souls. They all have this very small body. 1 foot deep hole in the ground and thousands of creatures, and in the whole world, 8 billion people. That's it. 8 billion humans. That's it. So you see, the comparison is staggering. It's mind-boggling how rare this human form of life is. Scientists cut up a rotting apple, and they saw and they counted 10,000 worms in there. One apple. It's not like even a big watermelon. It's just one apple. A rotting apple, 10,000 worms. How fortunate a human being is. How fortunate we are. So how can I make sure that I will get a human body once again? Sri Maharaj Ji answered, if you spend more than half your time in thoughts of God throughout the day, in one full day, every day, you spend more than half the time thinking of God, you will be sure to get a human birth once again in the next life. So there you have it. Jagat Guru, the recognized Guru of the entire world, 500 scholars bowed before him. He was 34 years of age at that time. And when he gave lectures, 500 scholars who were easily twice his age, sometimes 2.5 times his age, they bowed their heads and they said, you are a divine being who has come to earth to enlighten everyone. You have unlimited knowledge. So the ultimate authority on knowledge, Jagat Guru Tamji Maharaj, he has told us this. So these words should be taken very, very seriously. What if someone doesn't believe in God? What happens? I don't believe in God. He says, I don't believe in God. He's very proud of it. He belongs to the atheistic club. And you know, we have devotional retreats. We hold devotional satsangs like the one today. And we have retreats. I'll be doing one this coming weekend. They go to their camps and their retreats and their satsangs where they talk about they talk about the non-existence of God. They say, oh, this is just nonsense. God is just just figment. God is just a figment of man's imagination. You know, these people, they say that God created man. No, we know better. We know that man created God. This is what they talk about in their satsangs, in their gatherings, I should say, in their retreats. So what if someone is an atheist? I don't believe in God, he says, and he's proud of it. Then what? Well, every action has a reaction. Avashyameva bhoktavyam kritam karma shubha shubham. Every action bears fruit. So because he does not believe in God, God says, all right, you do not even believe in me. There's no question of loving God if there's no faith in God, if there's no belief in God. But then he should think, what if God does exist? And what if I will get fruits of my actions? What is going to become of me? So it is better if someone doesn't know whether there's God or not, he should still believe in God. Because what if all those rules, all those laws that we hear about, what if they are true? What if there are consequences for every action? What then? And the Vedas, the ultimate authority on knowledge, they say that if you do not try to reach God, you do not try to love God, despite being blessed with the human form of life, the rarest form of life, then you will be born in lower species of life next time around. Next time around, you will not get the human birth. You will be born in the form of an animal, an insect, a bird, even a tree. Because every action has a reaction. So there are various possibilities for what happens after death. One is that we will get the human birth again if we have used this human opportunity to the best of our ability. If we have tried to love God, then we have another opportunity to go forward in our mission. Let's say that you have attained, you have gone 60% towards God, and then death comes. Next time around, you are going to be born in a family which is very devoted. You will have access to knowledge of scriptures. You will have a mind which is very attracted towards God. Have you seen even children and young people who are very, very in tune with God? They love to go to Satsang. I have seen many of them in our Satsang. There are so many of them who are very young. They are students in schools and colleges. They are young people, and they are very, very interested in God. They have great sanskars. Why? How is it that they're different? It is because in their previous lives, they have worked very hard to reach God. So let's say you stop with 60%, then you die. Next time around, you start with 60%, and then you go on. You stop at 75%, then you go on. You begin with 75%. So you will have a great desire to know God. You'll be very attracted to saintly souls. You'll be very attracted. You would love to hear the Ramayana. You would love to hear the chantings. You would love to hear the knowledge of the scriptures. Mirabai, you've heard about Krishna devotee Mirabai, who lived a little over 500 years ago. She was a princess. And she was very attractive. She was very attached to Bhagwan Sri Krishna from a very young age. One day, Meera, a little girl, she saw a wedding procession passing in front of the palace. And she was looking out the window and she asked her mother, "Mother, what is going on? Who is this man riding on a horse, and why are there so many people behind him and they're dancing and they're so happy? What is going on?" The mother said, "That's a wedding procession, and the man on the horse, that's the groom." "Oh, that's a groom. Where is he going?" "He is going to go to his bride's house. He is going to get married." So little Meera said, "Where's my groom?" And her mother smiled and said, "Oh, Meera, you're too small." "No, mother, where's my groom?" And she kept asking, as children do. They ask the same question again and again. "Where's my groom? Tell me, mother, where's my groom?" And her mother looked at the murti of Bhagwan Sri Krishna that was there in the room, and she said, "That's your groom. Now leave me alone." That's your groom. And Mirabai started accepting. She accepted Sri Krishna as her groom right then and there, and she never forgot that. She had great sanskars from a very young age. And we all know that she attained God realization in that very lifetime. What if someone has, now another possibility, where could the soul go after death? It could go to Swargalok. Swarg, celestial abode. Many people, many Hindus misunderstand what Swarg is. So in India, I used to hear, as a child, Kashmir to Swarg hai. The beautiful land, Kashmir. Political unrest, but it's beautiful. Physical beauty is tremendous. And so you used to hear, Kashmir to Swarg hai. Kashmir is so beautiful, it's like heaven. And you think, I wish I could go to Swarg. I could go to Kashmir, it's so beautiful. Then I moved to Canada and then US, and in the US they say, Hawaii, it's like a slice of heaven. And believe me, people in the US, they say, in North America, they say Caribbean, wow, there's heaven. Oh yes, you wouldn't believe how many people want to come along with me. So, that place is so beautiful, it's like heaven. What is heaven? Is that a place where we should desire to go? Our scriptures say no. What is Swarg? It's not a place, it's not a divine abode of God. Many people think it is. And when in the olden days, they used to write letters and they would say, Mere Swargvasi Pitaji, my father who has departed from this world and now he's living in Swargalok. But the Vedas do not praise Swargalok. The Vedas say Swarg or celestial abode is for those who are highly foolish. Pramudhaha. There's a word, mood means foolish. And then there's another word, a stronger word, and that is pramudha, highly foolish. Really, really foolish. The most foolish. Vedayante pramudha. They who desire to go to Swarg and they who actually end up there, they are the greatest fools. Why would you say that? So many people want to go there. Why would you say that it is for fools? It is because Swargalok has lots of pleasures, the likes of which we cannot even think about, the likes of which don't exist in this world. A Devi or Devta in Swargalok, and mind you, I'm not talking about, when I talk about Devis, I don't mean Durga or Parvati or Lakshmi. These are forms of God. These are goddesses. I mean Apsaras and Devtas like Indra, Varun, Kuber, Yamraj and so on. They live in Swargalok. And the Devis and Devtas there, they have very beautiful bodies. Their bodies they don't become dirty. So they don't need to take a bath. They don't need to bathe over there. They don't need to use perfumes and powders and colognes to mask the body odor, because their bodies don't exude odor. Their bodies exude fragrance. Their bodies are naturally fragrant. Their feet don't touch the earth. Their bodies don't cast a shadow. And they can have whatever they want. Anything that is in the material world, they can have it by thinking about it. That's it. They think about it and they can have it. Let's say it's a favorite food. Let's say it's a rasgulla. You know rasgulla, right? If you could just nod. Yeah, of course. Rasgulla. It's a delicacy. It's a favorite of a lot of people. So if a Devta in Swargalok wanted rasgulla, he wouldn't have to go and get it from somewhere. He would just think about it. He would say, Rasgulla, Aja, come to me, Rasgulla. And he would get the satisfaction of having eaten rasgulla. He would be totally satisfied. They have such great pleasures in Swargalok, but they cannot perform actions that will bear fruit. All their actions go unnoticed by God. They can practice devotion to God. They can perform works of anger, greed, hatred. They can murder someone. It doesn't matter. Whatever they do, their actions don't count for anything. Their actions do not bear fruit. Which means that even if they practice devotion to God, they get nothing as a result. They are not rewarded for that. We humans are rewarded for our actions. We are punished as well as rewarded, depending on our actions. But these devtas are not. So they greatly desire to be born in the form of a human. My Gurudev, I remember him saying once, when I was living in the ashram for 2 years, and the ashram is near Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh, where most of you have ancestors. Most of you have ancestors that lived in Uttar Pradesh. So Prayagraj, formerly known as Allahabad, Sri Maharaji was born in a tiny hamlet, which means smaller than a village. And the name of that hamlet is Mangad, tiny village, Mangad. And so I had the privilege of living there for 2 years. And I remember once Maharaji saying, my Gurudev said to us, we were sitting at his lotus feet, and he said, looking at your great fortune, Devtas in Swargalok are envious. You have such great fortune. You are living in an ashram. You are practicing devotion and you're reaping the fruits of your devotion. And he didn't say it, but we understood that we are with this great, great Guru who is recognized as Jagat Guru, who gives so much knowledge and everyone can understand what he's trying to say. So all these privileges have been given to you. Even Devatas in Swargalok are looking at you and they're feeling envious. And we all got goosebumps when Sri Maharaji said that. Wow, Devatas are envious of us. Indeed, the scriptures say it. Gayanti Deva Kila Gita Kani Dhanyastu Ye Bharat Bhumi Bhage. Devatas wish to be born human in the sacred land of Bharat, India. Sacred land because it is a land of sages, saints. It is a land of rishis, munis. Muni means one who has controlled his mind. We have had people in India who have tried to control their mind. So having controlled their mind, they can live on mountaintops in extreme cold and they are bare-bodied. They can submerge their body in freezing waters in the dead of winter. They can, in excruciating heat of the sun, they will build a fire and they will sit down beside it and they will meditate. Bharat is the land of sages and seers and meditators. So the Devatas pray to God, I wish to be born as a human in Bharatvarsh. So our aim is not to go to Swargalok. Tavat pramodate swarge yavat punyam samapyate. You're only allowed to stay in Swargalok. Your residence in Swargalok is limited because your punya karma, your virtuous actions are limited. And once they are finished, then you are thrown back. We are thrown back mercilessly back to this planet Earth in lower forms of life. Lokam heenataram va vishanti. In heen yoni, in lower forms of life. There's a very interesting story in this context that I'll share with you. It is about Indra, who is the king of Swargalok. The word Indra means Raja, king. So Indra is the king of all the Devatas in Swargalok, and it's a seat. It's not that Indra is there forever and ever. There's a seat, and one has occupied the seat for this many years, then he is thrown back to earth, then another Indra comes, another one is given the seat. It's like seat of a president or prime minister, that's what it is. So Indra wanted to have a lavish palace built for himself. And he got it in his head that I want to have the best palace of, no one has ever had such a lavish palace as I will have. So Vishwakarma, who is the architect over there, he was quite frankly, to put it plainly, he was fed up with Indra's demands. Because Indra was not pleased. He will say, no, this is not good, this is not good. No, break this and rebuild this. And Vishwakarma was going out of his mind, but Indra just was not satisfied. So then what happened? All of a sudden one day, a saint came and Indra fell at his feet and said, Maharaj, what is your name? And please come. And Indra gave him proper honor. And the sage said, my name is Lomash Muni. I see, where do you live? Indra asked. Lomash Muni said, well, my disciples have offered to build me an ashram, hermitage, a center, but I told them life is short, so I just go here and there. Now Lomash Muni was clutching a mat under his one arm, and in the other hand he was carrying a begging bowl. And he said, life is easy, I just go begging for food, and whoever, the villagers, wherever I go, they put some food in this begging bowl, I eat that, And then when it's nighttime and I need to rest, I lay this mat on the floor and I go to sleep. When it rains, this mat serves as an umbrella. It protects me from the heat of the sun also. So that's all I need. Now, and Indra was very impressed with this, the simplicity of this man. And he says, life is short. How short is your life? Indra is wondering, maybe he has a very short life. Now he sees Lomash Muni, he was bare-chested, so he saw clumps of hair missing from his chest. So he said, Maharaj, if you don't mind, may I ask, what is the mystery behind the missing clumps of hair from your chest? Lomash Muni smiled and he said, I don't mind telling you, Indra. You see, what happens is that when one Indra in Swargalok, when his age is over, when he is told to vacate the seat of Indra, then one hair from my chest falls off. And when all the hair from my chest falls off, then I will die. And Indra's head started to spin. My goodness, he says that his life is short. How long his life is. How long his life is. And yet he says that life is short and he doesn't need a permanent roof over his head. Indra became very ashamed of himself. And he thought, I have such a short life and I'm having this lavish palace built for myself. What is the use? Indra right away abandoned his plans to build the palace. And he, in fact, was so inspired by Lomash Muni, he went off to the woods to meditate, to do Rup Dhyan on God. And when he went off to the woods, the demonic forces, they will find out that the king is not there, so they will attack. So the subjects were all very worried. They went to Guru Brihaspati. They said, our king is missing. Guru Brihaspati found Indra out and said, what are you doing here? Guruji, I'm meditating on God because nothing is worth it. I just want to worship God. I don't want any lavish palace. I don't want anything. I just want to worship God. Brihaspati ji said, Indra, you are a Devta, and Devtas do not have the right to perform fruit-yielding actions. When you are blessed with the human form again, then you remember this. Remember that you should practice devotion. But right now, your actions do not bear fruit. So just as animals, insects, birds, plants, and trees all are living beings, their actions do not bear fruit. In the very same way, Devtas also do not reap fruits of their actions. So then Brihaspati ji said to Indra, now come back and rule the kingdom because the Asurs will come and attack your kingdom at any moment. You need to protect your kingdom. So Indra went back. So it is possible for a soul, when it leaves the body, to go to Swargalok. However, I must say that in Kali Yuga, in this present age, it is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to even do that which will take you to Swargalok. It's very difficult to even gain entrance to Swargalok. There are 18 types of yagyas that our scriptures tell us about. If you're performing a yagya, then there are very strict conditions you must fulfill, such as the money you are using, the funds you're using to sponsor this yagya, it must be shuklam dravyam, it must be white money. What does that mean? You'll say, I have white money, I don't have black money, I'm not a gambler, I'm not a smuggler, I didn't cheat anyone. No, white money means what? It means money that is left over, that is left with you after you have donated 10% of what you have earned. Well, I haven't done that. Then you have black money. Really? I'm such an honest person. Yes, but God's condition is that you must give 10% of what you have. And the remainder is yours. And 10% is spiritual income tax. God imposes this tax on everyone. But I'm a beggar. I only have $100 to my name. You still need to give 10%. Really? Yes. A child has a piggy bank. Yes. I always tell parents, get your children accustomed to giving at least 10%. Give it to the mandir, give it to the guru, give it. they should get accustomed to giving. So one of the conditions is shuklam dravyam. Your money must be white. It must be legal. Another is that the priest who is performing the yajna, he must have 100% correct pronunciation of Sanskrit language. And Sanskrit is a very scientific and very precise language. And the slightest mistake in pronunciation will greatly change the meaning. For instance, the word kati means waste, katu means bitter. So very, very slight incorrection, very slight mistakes in pronunciation will render the yajna completely useless. So correct pronunciation, 100% accuracy, not even 99.9% accuracy. The place where the yajna is being held, it must be a place where no sin has ever been committed. How will you find that place? How do you know? There are 6 such conditions. And then if you fulfill those conditions, then you have a chance to go to Swargalok. And that too for a little bit, and then you enjoy the pleasures of Swarg, then you come back in lower forms of life. In other words, it's a punishment. So you don't want to go to Swargalok. Now, a soul may be sent to hell after death. And just as Swargalok is, the residence in Swargalok is temporary, thankfully, so is residence in Naraklok. And there are 28 hells, different Narak, they all have their names. They all have names. 7 Swargalok and 28 Naraklok. You do the math. Right? 4 times as many Narak as there are Swarg. And we think, my goodness, God had to make that many Naraks because there's so many people going there? Yes, absolutely. 7 Swarg, we talk about 7 Swarg and 28 hells, 28 Narak. So that punishment we can't even think about. We hear about it in scriptures such as Garud Puran, and it frightens everyone when we hear this and say, oh my goodness, is that true? Of course it's true. And yes, that punishment is there. But thankfully we come out of Narak as well. But these are the possibilities where the soul will go after it leaves the body. It could get a human birth once again. It could be demoted to life, to being an animal, insect, bird, plant, or tree. It could go to Swargalok. It could go to Naraklok. Of course, the best possible scenario is that the soul will leave this body and it will leave the body and it will go to Golok. It will go to the divine kingdom of God. Some will say, yes, I've heard from the Gita that, when you think about God at the last moment, you'll go to Golok, you'll go to Krishna. Antakale cha mameva swaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam sayati nastyatra sanshaya. Bhagavad Gita chapter 8. And in the same chapter there's another similar verse. Om ityekaksharam brahma vyaharan mamanusmaran yah prayati tyajandeham sayati paramangatim. Shri Krishna says, O Arjun, if you think of God, if you think of me in your last moment, then you will certainly come to me. Of this there is no doubt. Do not doubt these words. It is for certain that you will come to me if at the last moment of life you will think of me. If you think of me at the last moment of life, you will come to me. And these verses have confused so many people. And so many people have become very complacent, very smug, that, I'll just live my life any which way, and in the last moment, I'm going to say, oh, Krishna, and I'll go to Krishna. I'll say, hey, Ram, and I'm in Saket Lok. That would be the biggest miracle of all, right? Just by thinking of, if I could just think about Ram or Krishna, I could think about God at the last moment, I will go to him. You see, the scriptures all say don't read this scripture by yourself. Learn my message through a guru. Guru means gum rauti iti guruhu. Girati agyanam iti guruhu. Girati jnanam iti guruhu. The one who gives you knowledge of God, the highest knowledge, is the guru. The one who dispels ignorance, the one who removes the cobwebs of ignorance from the mind, he is the guru because he gives you true knowledge. So this is what Jagat Guru Uttam Shri Kripaluji Maharaj has explained about these two verses. Last moment of life. What happens in the last moment? What happens is that for a worldly person, for us, for ordinary people, what happens is that death is a very painful experience. It doesn't last long. The pain doesn't last long, but it is severe. It is like, it's compared to many, many scorpions stinging a person at the same time. Now, one scorpion biting someone is enough to send that person into writhing pain. He will just writhe in pain. It's so painful. Many, many scorpions are stinging you at the same time. So that pain is unbearable. We all have a threshold of pain. Some people can tolerate a lot of pain. Others could just get a little pinch like a needle and then they faint. But some people can take a lot of pain. However, no one can tolerate the pain that comes in the end of life. Because that pain is so intense that we first lose consciousness. So we have fainted. And right after that, death comes. Now, nobody looking at us will be able to say, oh, now he's fainting, now he's dead. No, they're going to say, he said Ram and he died. Wow. He's with Ram now. But no, he couldn't think of Ram at the last moment. Why? Because he had fainted. Because of that pain, he has become unconscious. When we are unconscious, we cannot think of God, we cannot think of our family members, we cannot think of the world or of God. We cannot think of anything, anyone. So, Sri Krishna says, if at the last moment, in your final moment, you think of me, you'll come to me, who is he referring to? Certainly not to us. Sri Krishna is referring to the one who is his true devotee. One who is always thinking of him. A saint, a Mahapurush, a true guru. He will come to earth and he looks like just as we look. A Jagat Guru Uttam Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, he had 2 eyes, 2 ears. He was 5'11", so he looked very special, but he looked like a human. So they come to this earth, and they seem to be doing many things like writing books, giving lectures, talking to people, eating, sleeping, laughing, crying, everything. But inwardly, they're always thinking of God. Just like Sri Krishna had told Arjun, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanuspara yuddhyacha. Chapter 8, verse 7 of the Gita, O Arjun, think of me all the time while you are busy fighting the battle. Can you imagine? Think of me all the time while you are engaged in battle. And Arjun did that because he's a saint. He's a divine personality. He is able to do that. So that divine personality, when in his last moment, he is thinking of God because he's not fainting. He's not losing consciousness. We faint because we don't want to leave this body. We are attached to this body. We are attached to the family, our environment, our house, our treasures, our money, the objects, gold and jewels, this and that. We don't want to go. We go kicking and screaming, so there's a lot of pain. But he goes willingly. He goes with a smile on his face. So he is thinking of God in his last moment. So those verses from the Gita, from chapter 8, they don't refer to a worldly person. They refer to the one who is a saint, one who is always remembering God while performing lots of worldly works. He could be a king, like King Dashrath. He could be King Dhruv, Prahlad, Vibhishan. These were all kings. They were running kingdoms, but they were devotees through and through. They were not attached to their wealth. They were not attached to their fame, their status. They were not attached to anyone or anything. King Janak only attached to Bhagwan. So when such a personality leaves his body, he leaves fully conscious and he is thinking of Bhagwan. So the best possible scenario is that the soul will go to God after leaving the body. And that is not done by simply uttering the name of God, thinking this is my last moment. Devotion must be done throughout life. Devotion is it is a state of mind in which we are to remain all the time. Devotion is not an activity in which we engage from time to time, like once a week on a Sunday when we go to the mandir, or once a day when we go to our puja house, puja room, or our mandir at home in the yard. Devotion is to be done 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while we eat, while we walk, while we talk, while we laugh, while we perform all these actions. And that takes a lot of practice. So now we must live our lives according to where we want to go after death. There has to be a plan of action. We see, we all want to receive the best treasures of God, but then to get those treasures, human body once again, love for God, the knowledge of God, to do that, to get those treasures, we have to put in the work. We need to practice. So if we are practicing devotion as humans, then if we are diligently practicing devotion under the guidance of a genuine guru, then we have a very great chance of receiving the human birth once again. And that is what we should be aiming at. So there are many scenarios, many answers to the question, what will happen to the soul after death? There's not just one answer that can be given. And by the way, only God knows what will happen to the soul after death, because God is omniscient. God knows where He is going to send, where He should be sending that particular soul, because we're all His children and He is our all-knowing Father. So God does not give that responsibility to anyone else. God does this work Himself. So only God, who knows our countless previous lives, He knows, He is the only one who can judge us and then determine very fairly where we should be going after death. Let's do kirtan for a little bit. The words of the kirtan are, जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, 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 जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवर धारी, 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 जय गिरिवर धारी, जय गिरिवर जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी यशोदा नंदन ब्रज जन रंजन 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 यमुना तीर वनचारी जय गिरिवरधारी 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 जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी 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 कुंज बिहारी कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर जय गोवर्धन धारी जय कुंज बिहारी 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 जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
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 गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे
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 राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे
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 राधे राधे राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
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 राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे राधे।
बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. So in conclusion, if we wish to answer the question, if we wish to have the answer to the question, what will become of me after I die? Then God says the answer lies with you. It depends on where we want to go after this life is over. So if we wish to be born human again, we need to put in the work. We need to practice devotion. We need to know ourselves. We need to know the self. We need to know the Supreme Self, the Supreme Soul. We need to find out how to love Him. We need to trust Him and love Him all the time. If we don't care, if we say, I don't care if I go into lower forms of life, then we can be careless. We need to have a proper course of action to reach the desired goal. Basically, that is what our scriptures tell us. Our scriptures are very logical. They are very practical. There's no mumbo jumbo about them. It's all very practical, very logical. If we think that the scriptures don't make sense, it's because they don't make sense to us. They don't make sense to me because I'm not able to understand them. It doesn't mean that they are illogical. So this is a big question that we all have in our minds. What happens after death? There are other questions, and I spent the whole time speaking on one question, but tomorrow I'll take up a couple of questions that have been asked again and again and that are in everyone's mind. And I will leave that till tomorrow. I will now request you to please stand for the Aartis. We will do Sri Radha Krishna Aarti first. That will be followed by Jagat Guru Aarti. I will ask Billy and Seema and family members to come and do Aarti first. आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी धुन सिर कनक मुकुट झलके धुन श्रुति कुंडल धन झलके धुन मृग प्रेम सुधा झलके रसीले बैन रसीले नैन रसीले सैन धुन मैनन मनहारी की बनवारी नटवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नटवारी धुनी मृग चितवनी परमारी धुनी लट लट कनी छवि न्यारी धुनी भावट कनी अति प्यारी रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान दर्शन दमकान धुनी बेसर छवि न्यारी की बनवारी नटवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नटवारी एक उर पीतांबर बहरे एक उर नीलांबर लहरे धुन उर लर मोतिन चहरे कंकणन खनक कींचनी झनक नूपुरन भनक धुन रुन झुनक प्यारी की बनवारी नटवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नटवारी एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजै एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजै धुन सिर तिरछे कलल भाजे संग व्रज पाल लाडली लाल बादल लाल कृपाल धुन चारी की बनवारी नटवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की दूर पड़ नखमणि जन का प्रकाश जागे उर बसे ताके मोहत मनाश जाके माथ नाथ जब हाथ करे मास ताके होए माया मोह सब ही राश पावे गति मति रति राधावर की गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की हरे मन मूढ़ चार नारी नर हाथ गुरु बिंदु ब्रह्म शंभु न देंगे साथ ओ बल कृपाल बड़े कृपा सिंधु नाथ पाके इन्हें आज तू अनाथ हो सनाथ इन्हीं के आधीन कृपा गिरिधर की गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की भक्ति योग रस अवतार अभिराम करे निगमागम समन्वय लराम श्याम श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम पाठ रहे प्रेम निष्काम बिंदु धाम हो रही सफल काया नर की गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की लली लाल लीला का सलोना सुविलास छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बिच प्रेम का प्रकाश वैसा ही रोल रही मंजू में जो हाथ करे बस बड़ बस कुछ अट्टहास जो भी चले चाल बही रखर की गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय जगत गुरु तम श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय 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 श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे
लाख चौरासी स्वांग बनाए
लाख चौरासी स्वांग Spirituality is the median which frees